Greetings, greetings, dear ones. Thank you very much. Hello, this is Lumination. I see you, 1, 2, 3. I see you, Tina. I see you, Aneris. Thank you very much for being here. We're going to be doing another October 2019 general report from yours truly, Lumination. Be loving, be loved. Okay, I'm just going to say hi to you guys first of all. Just checking in. Just checking in. Hello. We're right here. We didn't go away. We never went away. This is the third video that we're doing today because I decided to do them live because, to tell you the truth, it's a really lonely experience making all these reports on my own here and then just publishing, just put it out there, post the video into the unknown. This is fun. I get to hang out with you guys. I can't actually hang out with you because I'm going to be doing the reports, but still, I know you're there. Yes, thank you very much. Hello, Tina. I see you too. I see you, Tina. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you, 1, 2, 3. Well, we don't know yet. You're going to see in just a minute. Okay, dear 1, 2, 3. Watch this. Let's get going, people. Hello, Aneris. Welcome. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Tina. Hello. Yes. Thank you for being here. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, I've been doing it like this because it's, first of all, it's fun, and it makes Terralumination have to be absolutely in the moment. Okay? I can't plan for any of it, so it's just like we do on Sunday Night Live, where we're getting everything raw. Okay, everything is totally raw, and that's it. And then we bake it into the cake. It's like cooking. It's just like being at a really fancy shishi restaurant right now. Okay, so of course 1, 2, 3, you would understand that because you're all about the food. I get it. So here's what we're gonna do. All right. So just to keep you updated, we've already done our report for Virgo. We've already done the report for Pisces. We've already done the report for Aries. So they're done. Their cake is baked. All right? And the reports are available online. Up, we still have Gemini. Okay, we got Libra and Sagittarius. We got Leo, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So what I'm going to do is look on the first show. I made a post-it note, a magic post-it note for each one of these, okay? And each one of them is in here. You will see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 post-it notes corresponding to the 9 signs left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you very much. Hey, Path. Yes, by the way, Super Chat's open. If anybody wants to donate, every penny counts here at Terralumination. We count every penny. Let's put it that way. Yes. That's the healing power of money, people. Money talks. So what we're going to do is I'm going to shake it all up, and then we're going to pull one of these, and we're just going to dive right in. No prepping, nothing. There's no prep work. I'm going to do it live in front of you guys. Hold on. Cheers, by the way. Delicious. That little tasty beverage came all the way from Scotland. It's very similar to the things that they make in Kentucky and Ireland. Okay. Hello, Giggle. Hello, Path. So here it is. As you can tell, there's no strings. Okay. There are no magnets. There's nothing. There's nothing in my hands. Okay. Everything is clear, everything's good. We're going to shake it up. This is what we do. Are you a gambler, Aneris? You're just stating that it's going to be Taurus. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're psychic. We have a lot of psychics and mediums that come to the channel anyway. So I'm going to shake it up and I'm going to pull one and then we're going to get started, okay? If it's you, great. If it's not you, don't worry. You can still hang in just for the fun of it. Here we go. I hope you're ready. I hope I'm ready. This is it. Okay. Tina wants a Scorpio. It's going to be whoever shows up, okay? So there it is. Okay, I got one. This is it. Okay, I'm going to put all this aside. Okay, you can see both hands right now. Okay, both hands. There's no funny business going on. I'm going to close this up to the next video. This will stay here till the next video. So tonight, here on the west coast of the United States, Tarot Lumination is going to be reading for the October reports to do with Cancer. Cancer's sun sign, moon, rising, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much. Sorry to disappoint the rest of you who are not Cancerian. It's okay. You'll get your reading another time. Alrighty? So, let's do this. Do you see what's happening here? You get it? So we're going to be reading for Cancer right now. Hang in. This post-it note is now obsolete, redundant. It has done its job, so it is now going to be put out of its misery. It now goes into the ceremonial trash can. Bye-bye. Everybody else, you have to wait until the next report. Who knows, it might be very late tonight. It's going to be, or else it'll be tomorrow. So right now we're going to read for the Cancer sun sign people, okay? Mostly the sun sign. Yay. Here we go. Don't get too excited, 1, 2, 3. We don't know what the story's going to be like. You may regret watching this channel. No, of course you won't. So I'm going to be using 3 decks and 3 spreads, okay? That's it. I'm going to do a little miniature. Hold on, let me check in with you guys. Let me do this properly. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Especially the Cancerians who are here. Even if you're not here, it doesn't matter. This video is going to go out onto the channel anyway. So tonight we're going to read for like a general report, a big overview for October. And we're going to come from multiple angles. We're going to do a relationship spread, because that's very, very important. Also, we're going to do a situational spread, because that's very important. And then we're going to do an oracle, because that's very important. It's all important. Everything's important. Okay? Yeah. Before we do any of that stuff, though, I'm going to dive back into the Astrodoodles. Watch this. Okay. You've probably already figured out Tarot Lumination has already prepped up the October Astrodoodles. I did this weeks ago in anticipation of tonight. Just for you, dear Cancerians. So, I'm just going to pull out the yellow highlights, really. That's all I'm going to do here. The rest of this stuff is like on a need-to-know basis. If we do a personal reading, for example, and we really have to get into the details of this stuff. But for now, let's keep it simple. We're going to use the KISS rule. Okay, people? Keep it simple. Stupid. Keep it simple. Stupid. Got it? There was a bit of ASMR in there. So right at the beginning of the month, we have a new moon in Libra. Okay? And it's actually technically at the end of September. But Tarot Lumination is taking liberties and stretching it into early October, because it really doesn't build up the momentum until the first week of October anyway. So there you go. I'm giving myself liberties, okay? Next, 2 weeks later, we're going to come up to the full moon in Aries, okay, around the 14th of October. And then that's going to take us all the way to the end of the month. Towards there, Sun enters Scorpio on the 24th, but it enters the new moon in Scorpio, a nice fat Scorpio stellium, perfect for you guys, Cancer. But it happens to be in a hard opposition with Uranus and Taurus, but that's okay. We can handle it, okay? By the way, we have Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto still retrograde all month. All right, there you go. So, dear Cancer, you've probably figured out the Libra season is actually a hard square to you. It's the Libra energy refers to your 4th house, the home, the foundation, the family, your place of nurture, the way you're nurtured, where you sleep, where you rest, where you sometimes conduct your love life, where you eat, where you seek shelter. Okay? Let's just do this. Let's go straight over to the Cancer report. Here we go. So this is what it looks like for you, dear Cancers. Don't be scared. Do not be scared. Thank you for being so observant, Aniris. I see that. I see that you're watching. You're watching very carefully. Yes, it is magic, 1, 2, 3. Yes, this is literally... Hey, JGF, I see you too. This is it. Okay, here we go. This is the Tarot Lumination Astrodoodle for Cancer for October 2019. I'm holding it as steady as I can while you get a little bit of a glimpse. You can see I got a bit carried away here. And these are actually quite stressful energies for you. And hopefully this will be a learning experience for you. This angle here, in terms of sacred geometry, is very challenging for the Cancer. This is the Cancer energy over here. Here is your polar opposite, Capricorn, over here. It's basically, I don't know what to tell you, Cancer. It's basically potentially a very stressful month for you. Okay, I just said that. I just said that because I feel it's my obligation. How it actually works out, that's a whole other thing. But technically, according to the Tarot Lumination Astrodoodles, this is potentially a really stressful month for you. Gulp. So, starting off right at the very beginning, okay, you see over here, the new moon in Libra. All of these planets clustered around here in your 4th house of home and foundation, okay? New starts, new beginnings in your home life. You take note. You're not going to sense it or be really fully aware until you get to the full moon. So what is happening with you in the foundations of your life, your home, your family, literally the home, the place where you sleep, the place where you feel most safe, where you can shut the door and protect yourself and nurture and be nurtured. New starts and new beginnings there. So what's happening? You have to pay very close attention, Cancer, because there's going to be new starts and beginnings there. Some of it is probably, it might not make sense because everything might be exactly the same in terms of the physical condition. In other words, okay, there's my bed, there's my bedroom, there's the place where I stay, that's my house, my apartment, my condo, whatever it is, my room, whatever it is. But everything's going to change, okay? It's probably going to happen at a very deep gut level, okay? So be prepared for that. Moving on through the month, early in the month, the moon is going to transit your opposite sign over here around the 5th of October, along with Saturn and Pluto. So this is potentially very stressful as well, because this is opposing you. This is the place of opposition. You can already see this piece of sacred geometry here. This is going to put you under a lot of pressure to be more Cancerian than ever before. And there might be a lot of revelations here that come to you. You might feel that there's a lot of pressure in your relationship dynamics for those few days. Next, we come up to the full moon. Do you see that over here? This is the full moon right here in the middle of the month, 13th, 14th of October. This is when you're going to start to get some awareness of what's actually happening in the month. It's going to take 2 weeks to start here and get to the middle of the month over here. And then you're going to realize part of it is like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Part of it is also like, oh wow, this is so cool. Because with the new starts, new beginnings in Libra here, it's the same energy. Whether it's really yucky or really awesome, those planets are doing what they do, ultimately for your growth and evolution, okay? So up here, to me it feels you're going to feel it in a very obvious way. There's nowhere to hide here, because whatever starts over here at the very beginning of the month is going to make a lot more sense to you towards the middle of the month, where you're going to see how certain deep, profound changes at the very core of your life, your home, your family, the place where you live and sleep and nurture, that has an impact on your place in this world, your destiny. These houses are very closely linked. The way the foundation of your life works has a huge impact on your future destiny. Look at Bill Gates for an example. You know, Bill Gates comes to this channel now and again. Bill Gates admits that he was incredibly fortunate as a child. He had a very, very nurturing home and a family and a father and a mother, and they knew he was gifted very early on, and lo and behold, he evolved and developed very quickly into being an amazing person on this planet. If you dig Microsoft and you have to happen to have a computer, that is. So this is a very public energy here, so you're going to feel it in your own way, your own little way. You're going to feel like a very public experience of what it's like to be a Cancerian at the full moon here, where everybody can see you. Everybody can see you and understand you in terms of your destiny, your meaning, your purpose, your mission in life. Why am I here? Who am I? And they're going to make the connection between where did you come from, Cancer? How did you get to be who you are today from where you came from? Okay? Got it? Next, let's keep rolling. You're going to like this. Towards the end of the month, we get the sun moving into Scorpio. This is another 2-week transition over here. And this is, of course, technically speaking, really sweet for you, because the Cancer-Scorpio energy is very harmonious. You have a new moon in Scorpio right at the end of the month. Another cluster of personal planets in your 5th house of creativity, creative self-expression, like dancing, singing, like being a star, being on the stage, having fun. This is also the house of true love, true romance. Not necessarily marriage maybe, or babies and homes and contracts, but it's like falling in love and being in love. So it's a delicious energy for all the Cancerians. So you might feel a nice warm and fuzzy experience coming towards the very end of the month, which will take you into the Scorpio season, which is the next report. So I hope this makes sense to you. This is just a very brief overview. We'll probably look at this again in a little while, but in the meantime, let's get on with your reading. Okay? First of all, Tarot Illumination needs a top-up. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yes, I see your notes there. I saw your notes there. 1, 2, 3. It makes total sense. You do, dear 1, 2, 3, you are aware, just to let you know, dear Cancerians, so that you know, all the Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising especially, you're under a lot of unrelenting pressure. Okay? Some of it's happening because of being in a situation with a significant other, where the significant other is the symbolic expression of this energy here. So it could be, well, for example, when it works well, it could work really well. When things are wrong, it could really, really suck, and you could be really, really challenged to be healthy and happy. And so you have to find the middle ground, because the Pluto-Saturn energy is very powerful and it's very extreme, and it's going to take you to the limits, Cancer, okay? So it's okay if you're feeling sick and woozy. That would be okay. Just love thyself, nurture thyself. Okay, hold on. Thank you for letting me kind of, rant there for a while on the Astrodoodle. We're going to go into the reading itself now. 1, 2, 3, I saw your notes, okay? It's potentially, well, awkward. We already said that, okay? The Libra-Aries axis is very awkward, potentially very uncomfortable for you. So at least you have that as a heads up, all right? Let's get going. Thank you. All right, here we are. Let's get to you. Hey, Fritterly, I see you. Hi, Fritterly. Yeah, I'm at it again, Fritterly. This is just going to be, I'm experimenting this month, but I have to tell you, I'm really enjoying doing it this way, because I'm not on my miserable, lonesome self, just sitting here stuck with a bunch of cameras and lights doing reports and then uploading them. I'm actually connecting with you guys live, okay? I have to pay attention to the reading, and I'm not just going to hang out and chat, but it's just a different feeling, and I really, really enjoy it. So what I'm going to do here, dear Cancerians, I'm going to use the Tarot Illumination Crucible spread, but it's a miniature Crucible spread. It's the same spread, but we're doing like a miniaturized miniaturized version of it. It still has the same power and impact. Okay? So this is going to be all about you, dear Cancer, in the context of a significant other. And if you've watched the Tarot Illumination videos, we're going to do this on the understanding that there's you, Cancer, a significant other, a chosen person, for example. And then there's the third entity, which is the relationship itself. Okay, I like to think of that as a crucible, a bowl type structure in which the actual activities of the relationship are conducted. Okay, as we intimate and separate, as we all intimate and separate as we do, as all of us do all the time. Okay, so let me give one just last tiny quick last spin on here. I like to have a really pristine clear deck, and I'm sure you appreciate that too. You wouldn't want to eat your dinner off a dirty plate that someone else had just finished. There we go. So let's split it up. Here we go. Bless this deck. Bless every single card. Bless the channel. Bless you, Cancer. Bless Tarot Illumination, all the technology, the instruments and the gadgets and the electricity and everything. Over here, this is you. Imagine yourself like a smartphone, okay? You know this routine. You're always transmitting and receiving energy. You are a transceiver. So in the energy of, in the situation of relationship, it's the same thing, okay? So you have to be very aware of what are you transmitting and be aware what are you receiving, okay? Over here. Same thing with a significant other. Imagine them as a very highly advanced smartphone, always transmitting and receiving energy, okay? And then we have this third thing. This is the thing that you guys own. Remember, this is not a couple's reading, okay, Cancer? It's all about you, but we're allowing for a co-star in the storyline. This would be at the core of the relationship itself. Think of it as the base of the crucible. And this is like a living thing, okay? You and them and the relationship, okay? It's a living, breathing thing as you intimate and separate, literally right here, okay? All right, into that pool. And then this lives and breathes just like a business, something you own and manage like a business. How conscious are you? How aware are you of this? It's like a plant. So what is growing here? What is growing here? And then all of this, of course, is surrounded by energy. I like to blame it on the planets. I like to think of it as the planets, but it could be anything. The stress factors in your life, the joyful factors, your home, your surroundings, your location, all the things that you feel are really impacting you directly from the outside world. Okay? So we have the Nine of Swords. Well, this does not surprise me at all. Remember, a lot of this is in the mind, okay? All these swords, mental anxiety, depression, fear, stress, the realization of anything and everything that's not working in my life, everything and anything that might fail in my life. Woe is me about my past. Woe is me about my future. It's very, very easy for Cancers to get depressed and miserable because they're so super sensitive, kind of like the Pisceans and the Scorpios. So honestly, this doesn't surprise me at all. To me, it's almost like a message. It's very, very important for you, Cancer, dear Cancerians, to realize the degree of stress and pressure under which you are living through this time period. It's a different report for everybody, but when I look at the Astrodoodles, it's potentially a very stressful month for you. So this is a good heads up. Please be aware that over the next few weeks, you could be suffering a lot of anxiety, depression, senses of fear. It's all in the mind, because remember, this is not necessarily a reality. This is more an indication of how you perceive your reality. Remember, your brain, imagine this is your brain, is a device that is designed to look for problems and then to solve them. That's how we stay alive as human beings. So this to me matches perfectly the notion that you would be sensing a lot of stressors, a lot of problems, a lot of trigger points this month, okay? This is potentially very stressful for you. That's why I put so much red here and orange. This is stressful. This is stressful. This is stressful. And the real way out is to get back to love thyself. Always, always, always love thyself. If you have to curl up in a little tiny ball in a shell, think of what crabs do. When they feel threatened or scared, they rely on their exoskeleton. They curl up tight until the stresses are over. And they hope that nobody sees them. They curl up tight. They have a very powerful, very strong exoskeleton. So the thing also about the Cancerians with the exoskeleton is that everybody else knows how delicious it is to be a predator when a Cancerian is totally open in the victim mode. So that's very, very important for the Cancerians to know. You're very, very vulnerable right now. Vulnerable to your own fears, your own anxiety, your own stresses, your own imaginations, your own nightmares of anything and everything that could not work, anything that could fall apart. So it's good to have this. Don't be scared. You need to know this. So what are you radiating here right now? Okay, the Six of Pentacles. To me, this is like, it's almost, to me, it feels like you're screaming back at me here, Tarot Illumination, at the channel, saying, Dear Tarot Illumination, I understand what you're talking about. Please don't scare me anymore. I'm actually doing the very, very best that I can with all the skills, the talents, and resources that I have at my disposal. And being aware of anybody and everyone else is out there, okay? You remember, Cancerians, you tend to be very, very good at nurturing other people and helping other people to survive and grow and adapt and blossom, okay? Now, you are the mother sign, you are the nurturer, you are the child bearer, you are the homemaker, the home keeper, okay? So it's very, very natural for you to want to be very, very generous and kind with your energy, whoever else needs it. Sometimes it's someone else, sometimes it's over here. But you have, remember, we have the Cancer North Node right now, so there's a lot of energy focusing on Cancers to be even more Cancerian than ever before. But it's important to nurture the self, okay? Nurture the self. It's really important to bring harmony and balance to the self. Okay, look at this. This is going to sound really, really weird for a tarot reading, but imagine this over here. You're the star of this card, okay? And you have a lot of gifts and talents and resources that you can share. And you've worked hard to be this person. And there are so many people around you, so many people who need this, I want that, I deserve this, I deserve that. And you're being stretched as to where to allocate your time and energy and resources and all of that good stuff to bring everything back in balance. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Cancer. It's time that you over here see yourself as one of these characters over here. How much kindness and nurture are you offering to yourself or your alternative self, different versions of yourself, okay? It's really, really important to nurture the self here right now and be very, very kind. Be very kind and very generous to yourself. I'm going to show you that right here in the Astrodoodle, okay? Okay, this is something that I learned from one of the master astrologers that I know. See all this stressful stuff here? Super stressful to you because this is a hard squared energy, okay? Hard squared in terms of sacred geometry. This is hard squared energy in sacred geometry. What is the way out? This is the way out, okay? All of this is a big, big, ongoing, squishy, messy, stressful T-square, okay? On and off throughout the month. It gets triggered by the lunar patterns, but essentially this is the pattern that I see. So the way out, the way to handle it, is go back to here. This is the escape route. This is the safety button. So it's like the message is to nurture the self, okay? Sure, of course you have to worry about other people in your home and your relationships. Sure, you have to worry about how it's going to look in your life, your destiny, your future. You have to be very aware of very significant characters in your life, and you have to, that's all energy. That's not you. the way to handle all the stressors here is to be aware of all of that, but make sure that you give yourself permission to be very, very, very kind to yourself. Nurture the self. Love thyself. Okay, I'm just going to do this on the other stage. Okay. I know this might not make sense in terms of a regular tarot reader type of thing, but when I see that Pentacles, Six of Pentacles there, to me it's a really strong message. Cancerian, live up to your own sign. Love thyself. Nurture thyself, okay? This is the new little thing that I learned recently. This is the sign for love. This means love. This is a symbol, hand symbol for love, okay? It looks like this. Get it? Do you understand? Okay? Cancerians, you're like the world's expert at nurturing other people. Now it's time for you. You might learn this lesson in a very rude, uncomfortable, stressful, weepy, moaning, sickly kind of way, but somehow or other at some point you have to learn this lesson. This is it, okay? So please treat all the stress factors of this month as a blessing, okay? It's a chance to grow. All right, so I see you there, Laura. Let's keep going. Oh my God, I thought to finish the reading. I've only done 2 cards. Oh my God. All right, what about the other? Okay, over here we have the Four of Wands. So lucky for you, dear Cancer, my feeling is you've got somebody in your life, and someone who's very close to you somewhere in terms of a significant other who does understand you. And it might be that they are so close to you in such a way that they're almost saying the same message to you, Cancer, from a Tarot Lumination reading. It's time to celebrate you. Let's celebrate the teamwork. Let's celebrate the community that we have. If you want to think of yourself, dear Cancer, in a community with a significant other, and they are there for you, someone is there. I don't know if it's your actual mate, a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whoever it is, but it looks to me like you're relating with someone who does understand that you're under a lot of pressure right now, and they actually want you to do what we just talked about. It's just like, I'm there for you. It's almost like, hey, can I give you a foot massage? Hey, can we set up a little gathering of friends and family, and it's all about you, okay? So you don't have to take care of us anymore. We're going to take care of you. How about dear Cancer, you sit back and you can weep and cry, and you can use a lot of paper towels and tissues and curl up on the sofa and hide in the bed, all that kind of stuff. And we'll take care of the good stuff. We'll make sure that things are fun and happy, and we're going to celebrate this thing so that you're not as miserable as you could be. Because you can be the most miserable person when things go wrong. But we understand that. But we love you anyway, okay? That's what I'm sensing over here. So, and it's in a very strange way. To me, it feels as almost like you've got someone who actually understands you and wants the best for you, and they actually might be doing the nurturing for you. You know? I don't know if that's actually true, but that's kind of what I'm sensing here. There's someone there who's there for you, and they want you so much to get through this month and feel glad that you dealt with all the challenges, no matter how miserable you were. Let's have a look at the core. Okay, see the Queen of Cups here? To me, this is a validation of what we were just talking about over here. Here's the Four of Wands, and over here's the Queen of Cups. My feeling is that this is almost like pure Cancerian energy anyway. So the Queen of Cups energy at the core is almost like, to me it feels like maybe it's time you had a good look in the mirror, Cancer, and realized like the power of nurture. Does that make sense? The power of nurture, and how that is really, really good for other people, In other words, there are certain people who really, really benefit, and they love being nurtured by you. And now it's time to turn that around, where you get to appreciate being nurtured by others. Okay? And so you start to get this experience like, oh my gosh, they really love me, just like I loved them. And the thing, again, it's like, sorry, dear Cancers, I know I might be overdoing it with this, but you know, Cancerians, it's so easy for you to be a compassion junkie. Probably even more than a Scorpio or a Pisces, okay? Because your natural tendency is to nurture and care. And you can take it so far. It's like being the ultimate nurse, the ultimate mother, the ultimate caretaker who just keeps pouring out love continuously, like a compassion junkie. And then what's left for you? Okay? Now it's time for you. It's coming around. It's time for you. Everybody realizes that you're tapped out and maxed out. And then it's time for Cancer to be on the receiving end, okay? On the receiving end of the generosity and kindness of others, okay? And so you get to see what it's actually like to be a person who lives in the context of being loving and being loved. Get it? So the relationship itself has some kind of dynamic, some kind of characteristic that is the embodiment of being loving and being loved. Somebody somewhere loves you, Cancer. Somebody somewhere. Okay? And I think it's going to show. And then you realize, oh my gosh, now I understand what Tarot Illumination is talking about the third entity. The relationship itself will have the characteristics, the hallmarks of a loving relationship. It may not be that all day, every week, every month, every year, but it looks like the storyline here is that you get to see what it's like to be loved, to be nurtured, after you have worked so hard to be loving and be loved, okay? Being loving and being loved, okay? You are loving, you are loved, okay? Let's do it like this. Okay, I'm going to do it this way because I haven't done this for a long time, but you are loving, you are loved. 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 Now let's flip it around. I am loving, I am loved. 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 Poor, poor Cancer. Look at all the stresses that are surrounding you. Poor, poor Cancer. Poor, poor Cancer. Well, it's time for you to be nurtured, okay? So, what's blossoming over here? Two of Wands. Okay, so my feeling is that you would never have imagined a situation like this, a possibility about this. So, it's like, to me it looks like it's taking you into new horizons, where you, dear Cancer, would be starting to see your whole life, your whole world, your whole destiny in a new way that you never really considered before, okay? This energy over here, as you get later into the month and towards the end of the month, this reading is going to make a lot more sense to you when it comes to the Two of Wands. My feeling is the Two of Wands relates very closely to the 10th house energy over here, represented by Aries, where you start to realize, my gosh, it works. It's kind of like writing a screenplay or living in a movie where you go through the really challenging chapters and then you see what happens in an amazing story where you are loving and you are loved, and all the challenges and the stresses that you're having to carry, that you've endured, start to actually make sense to you, where you get to be on the receiving end of nurture. The relationship holds dynamics that characterize nurture, and then you think like, my gosh, that makes me look at my life and my world in a whole new way before. I can actually start to consider a new type of, let's just call it destiny, meaning, place, and purpose in this world. There might not be much definition at this point, but that doesn't matter. This is the newness, the start, the vision. There's a very strong energy of vision here, where you get to see, and like it's almost like you get to smell the potential, like wow. And then all this pain and suffering type of energy starts to have meaning and purpose, okay? So that you are not a victim, Cancer. You don't have to be a victim of being a natural born compassion junkie. There is more to your life than just being a Cancerian nurturer compassion junkie. You get the chance to be on the receiving end of that as well, okay? Thank you very much. So I'm really happy to see this, okay? You might be starting the month in a very, very stressful ways, but you get through it and you come out the other side, okay? Okay. Sorry, I said that. You get to come out the other side of it, okay? Okay? Got it? Let me just check in. So I hope that makes sense to you, Cancer. I hope, to me it's like watching a little short film. And I get the feeling and interpretation, and then I have to, let's say, do the narration as we go through until we get to the very end. So I see it as a very sweet ending, but it might have taken you in very convoluted ways that are potentially very uncomfortable, but you get there, okay? It's your chance. This is really a great opportunity to learn more and more about how to love thyself. Got it? Over here, love thyself, okay? That's what this is all about, okay? The whole channel is about that. All right, so let's get back to you. Over here. So I'm going to tuck this away to the side, and I'm going to go on to another spread. I'm going to use the situational spread, because it's like a sniper bullet. It just gets to the point. We need to get to the heart of matter, certain significant energies that we have to consider for this month, okay? I know this is just one tiny little video, but it has impact, okay? Cheers, everybody. Cheers, dear Cancerians. Oh, gosh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Coconut whipped cream. You're getting me drooling. Oh, my gosh, did I tell you? I was on a vacation very recently, and I had a picnic in a park. And there were these amazing ducks. Let me just tell you. I can't resist. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here, dear Cancerians. But this is a nurturing moment. Food, nurture. Having a picnic, all this delicious food spread around us. And then the ducks show up. And they're like this. The ducks are like this, like food. Oh my God. And they start quacking. And they come up slowly, very gently, and then they come right up to the blanket. And then they start walking on the picnic blanket. And I could look right into their beautiful little eyes. These ducks were beautiful. And they were gorgeous and obviously well nurtured some way, somehow. But it wasn't enough. They wanted more snacks. So we had all sorts of things, but you're not supposed to feed the ducks. They're protected animals. But I did. I couldn't help it. I couldn't resist. And so I took some little sesame nibbles, okay? Little tiny wheat crackers about this big, covered in sesame. Just delicious, soft and crunchy. And I started sprinkling them around. And the ducks went absolutely crazy berserk. The other thing I did was little cherry tomatoes. Whole ones. You're supposed to cut them in half for ducks, but I didn't know that. And then they wanted more, and so they would follow me back to the picnic blanket, and they would come right up at me and look me in the face, and their little beaks were wide open like this, like, and they had their little tongues hanging out, and there was just so much saliva and drool hanging out, coming out of their tongues. Everything was like, they're just like little babies who just want food, and they see food and they smell it, and it's just like, this is so much of a Cancerian story. I can't help telling you. It really triggered my heart, and so I just took the whole freaking sesame bag and more tomatoes. I just put it everywhere, and there was a park ranger on the side. I don't care if he shut me down. I just did it anyway. So there you go. And the ducks were very happy. There were also some geese and some white geese and little baby ducks as well. It was a beautiful experience. Yep. I broke the rules. I broke the rules. I went crazy. But the little ducks were happy. There we go. So we're going to do another spread now. This is a situational spread. Let's get to the point here. Yep. I know I really shouldn't have done it. I should have been really mean and tight and just said, go away, ducky. But I couldn't help it. I think I was really triggered by the energy to nurture. No, I did not get in trouble. Nobody arrested me, but I felt guilty for a little while. And the funny thing, at that park, there were no signs that said, do not feed the ducks. But we were at another park earlier where it said, do not feed the ducks. Okay, so I felt a little bit awkward. Hello, Primary. Hello, Robin. I see you. All right, so this is a situational spread. As you can tell, we're redoing a report here for Cancer for October. All right. Hello, Christine. I see you. Those little ducks. Well, they weren't little. These were big ducks. They were literally like no more than an arm's length, half an arm's length away from my face. And they were just staring at me like, please give me some of your crackers. Please give me another tomato. Please. Can't you see how much I'm drooling? Anyway, let's keep going. Let's bless this deck too. Invite your invisible friends, Cancer, if you haven't done it already. Let's do this properly. It takes teamwork to do this, people. Tarot Lumination has a massive team of invisible friends. I don't know if you can see that from there, but I guarantee it from here. Here's the situation. Here's the challenges, and here's how we're going to handle it. And let's have a look at the weather around you again, similar to over here. I like to think of it as the planets predominantly, but it could be anything that you feel is around you that's impacting you, all the stresses and the pressures of your day-to-day life. Here we go. So we have the Three of Wands here. So my feeling with the Three of Wands is that this is kind of futuristic. Think of the future. Okay, Cancerian, please allow October to be a month of churning and triggering, and it could be stressful, it could be gut-wrenching. At one moment you could be crying your eyes out, and the next moment you could be laughing your head off as you get through these things, as you learn and experience all the things that we just talked about, and you see the potential for like a new version of yourself starting, newer than ever before. I think this is very much the Two of Wands here connected to the Scorpio new moon, which is absolutely juicy for you. New starts, new beginnings in your fifth house of creative self-expression, true love, business, high risk taking, high rewards, having fun, okay? And so now, like, this is a reality check reading over here. This stuff here, it's a reality check. The Three of Wands here, it feels very futuristic. Like, let's just say you understand what we're talking about here, and you realize, okay, this is just another chapter in life, and then everything changes again, and we're going to come up to some sweet energy, which is the Scorpio stuff for you Cancerians. This feels to me like it's very prophetic, like a prophecy type energy, where you're going to see all the good stuff that's coming to you that you deserve, okay, simply because you're being the best Cancerian that you can be, being ready, willing, and able to face your deepest, most terrifying challenges, and then getting through it, and allowing yourself to be nurtured, okay? So it's a little bit of an intimidating month, and then you realize, my gosh, this is for my own good. I get the chance to evolve and go to the next level in my life journey. I'm seeing a glimpse, an example of everything that I do that is self-sabotage, and how I give away so much as a nurturer. And the point is very simple. It's time for me to nurture myself too. And other people are encouraging me to do that. And then you start to do little samples of that, little examples, and you realize, this is weird. This is totally weird. I'm a Cancer. I'm a nurturer. That means like I nurture other people. But what about you? So when you start doing even the tiniest exercises of self-nurture, self-love, Cancer, guess what happens? You see benefits. You see really, really good benefits starting to come to you. And the planets support you in this, okay? Okay? Seriously. I'm really happy to see this for you, okay? Cancerians, let's have a look at the situation. Hold on, people. Here's the situation. Okay. Can you see? I don't do numerology. I have to admit it. I have to tell you. This is a 9 and that's a 9. The numerologists and the highly advanced technical tarot readers will figure out a way to match this with this, and that's fine. All I'm doing is I'm taking the 9 of Wands here as it stands. The way I look at it is that there's a lot of energy here. Okay? It's a very dynamic month for you, Cancer. I'm going to go to this. Simply because there's no other option. This month cannot be anything else but very dynamic for you. A lot of the growth, evolution, and adaptation for your own spiritual advancement can often happen under the most stressful situations. Sometimes it happens in very harmonious situations. But for now, most of this month, up until we get to the Scorpio season, a lot of this month is potentially very, very stressful for you. It's not the end of the world. It's just that it takes you to the limit of who you are, how you are, the way you are, why you are, every day. Like when you get up, facing every day in front of you, like, well, what am I supposed to do now? I just lived through a day of hell. What am I supposed to do now? This is another day of hell that seems more of a day of hell than the one just before. It's okay, Cancer. This is just 1 month. This too shall change. This is sacred geometry. This thing is going to look completely different next month. Okay? This is not forever. So the situation right now for October is that you might feel as though everybody and everything is coming at you. Okay? And you're enduring and you will endure. But you also have to remember that you are the linchpin. You are the common denominator to the whole situation. This is you, Cancer. This is your life. This is your world. All the stress factors, all the challenges, all the fears, all the pressure that's being put upon you by life, the universe, relationships, jobs, home, family, health, finances, career, destiny, your mission in life, your learning, your school, college, jobs, all of that's coming at you with unrelenting pressure. But you can handle it. Okay? You can handle this. I don't really know whether you're prepared for it, but you're going to handle it okay. You might feel as though you're really squashed into a corner because you are the common denominator to all of your stressors, okay? All these fears, they're all yours, okay? All the challenges that come at you, they're all yours, okay? Even if it feels like it's coming at you from somebody else, you're still the person who has to live with it and live it out and have the experience, okay? But there's so much growth that comes from this. So much growth, okay? Let's have a look. What's the problem here? Okay, so with the Page of Wands, look at all this Wands energy here. My feeling is that it's going to really, really fire you up. The October season, it might be because the fear energies are potentially so high, so extreme, that it triggers, you know what happens like in war? When the going get tough, the tough get going. And so it's what Cancer does. In other words, when you are under a situation of maximum threat, maximum danger, you do what you have to do. Okay? You do what you have to do, Cancer. You become extremely hyper protective. You know how you as a Cancer would be very hyper protective of your loved ones, like a ferocious mother animal where her kids and family are threatened. Now, take that energy and protect yourself. Get it? Because you're under a lot of pressure. You're under a lot of fear. Okay? So the challenge here with the Page of Wands is that you might be quite innocent to how serious this reading is, and then not knowing what to do. It's like, I'm already doing the best that I can. I try so hard. I'm a Cancerian, I'm so caring, I'm so nurturing, I try so hard. And then Tarot Illumination says, calm down, calm down, calm down. Yes, you have every right and reason to feel super stressed and like everything's coming at you. I just looked at the Astrodoodle, okay? That would explain everything. But it's not the end of the world. You're going to come out at the end of the month okay. So if you're really, really scared that you can't handle it, that you can't handle the pressure of early October and middle of October, that's understandable. Because what we're doing is we're exposing the innocence of Cancer and the things and the parts of your body, mind, heart, and soul that have not been, let's say, what's the word? Forged. Think of the energy here. Think of all this fiery energy. It's the energy of forging. It's only, like when they're making swords and they're making metal and making really, really important things that involve a lot of heat and fire. You are being forged right now. So the forging energy might be very stressful, and you don't like it because it's so much nicer for Cancers to be all cuddly and warm and fuzzy and comfy on the sofa. Okay? So how are we going to deal with this? You're under so much pressure. You're going to deal with it because you are dealing with it and you're going to be okay. But it's like a lot of energy of forging. Hey, Love Triber, thank you. I see that. Very kind. Over here, how do we deal with this stuff? Okay, it's simple. Again, just like over here, you turn it into a party. You can almost turn it into a pity party if you want. You know those kind of situations where you're sitting home in bed, dear Cancerians? Whoever you are, wherever you are, even if you're a guy, and you're completely immobilized because of all the pain, all the fear, the horrors, all the pressure that's coming at you. Like the best thing, if you do the nurturing, maybe the very, very best thing for you to do is stay at home and stay in bed. And then somebody comes and says, hey, why don't we just bring all the party into your bedroom? Bring all the party to the sofa, wherever you are, Cancer. If you're like curling up on the sofa, if you're hiding in the bathroom, if you're got the key locked into your bedroom or something like that, because you're just like so aware about all the stresses you can't handle it, then everyone else knocks on the door and says, Cancer, dear Cancer, remember, that's just you being super sensitive under a lot of stress. It's perfectly okay. We understand you. We're going to bring the party to you. So just get used to the idea. You could still be in your pajamas, okay, Cancer? You could be in your sweats. You could be in your give up on life pants. And covered in sweaters and no hair, makeup, no wardrobe, nothing. You look like a piece of, marshmallow. And you're sensitive. One minute you're crying and the next minute you're laughing. But no one else cares. They think, well, it's just Cancer. And they just bring the party to you. That's the way you handle it, and you accept it, okay? You don't tell everybody, F off, I'm miserable, I'm terrified, I can't handle it. You tell them, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Pretend Tarot Illumination is crying his eyes out right now, and I'm Cancer sign. I'm like, thank you so much. I love you guys so much, and I'm so glad you guys love me so much. That's the way to handle this, okay? Through October, allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to be nurtured. Allow everybody to come to you and bring presents to you. Bring the party to you, okay? So you can just sit there, covered up in your dressing gown, blubbering your eyes out. You've already used 2 boxes of tissues, and you cry it all out, and the next minute you're like giggling and laughing to yourself, and everyone else is going, finally, dear Cancer, you are allowing yourself to be nurtured. Get it? Do you see what I'm talking about here, dear Cancer? It's a high pressure month that's going to teach you how to love thyself. Get it? You get it? Love thyself. You have to give yourself permission. You can do this, Cancer. Don't you worry. So, let's keep going. Now, let me do this for you, Cancer. The sweet spot, of course, is towards the end of the month where everything shifts into the Scorpio energy for here. So that's where you might feel the party energy and the fun, sweet energies coming into you. But, you're going to have to wait for that. It's going to take time. But when you get there, please allow this energy to run smoothly and open and fluidly through your life. Okay, it's this energy here with the Scorpio new moon and the sun in Scorpio. That's very nutritious for you. Okay, dear Cancer, you got it. And just remember, all of this stuff, especially this stuff, this is not going away in a hurry. Okay, not for years. Okay, so this is ongoing pressure, but at least towards the end of the month, you're going to get some light relief. So this allows you to, it's that kind of crying where you're laughing your head off while you're crying your eyes out, and you're using a box of tissues every hour. It's that kind of energy. Okay? That's what I'm sensing here. So I'm going to take advantage of this reading. I'm going to focus on the Pluto energy in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus, okay, and more Earth energy, and I'm going to mix it in with the Neptune and Pisces, like Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. I'm going to put that all squashed into one card through the Gaia deck. And this will be our concluding card for the whole reading. Thank you very much. Okay? I'm just reading your notes there. 1, 2, 3. Secret camera in your house. Oh my God. No, I understand you. I see what you're talking about there. Yeah, screaming is really, really bad for your throat. Screaming is very bad for your voice. Not recommended. So this is the Gaia deck. It's kind of blunt. It's right in your face. It's very direct, okay? It's about getting back down to earth, getting a serious reality check here for you, okay? So let's do this. I'm going to cut it all up, like so, and then like so. And then this is going to be your card and your reading. Sorry, it's getting all kind of messed up here, a bit sloppy. I get very picky about my spreads, my cards. Here we go. It says here, Moonlight Goddess. Well, guess what? How appropriate is that for you, dear Cancer? Because you are the moon. Okay, you're the moon goddess, all right? It says here, repressed emotions, healing and reflection, okay? So there's all the angelic energy, and there's the three-dimensional human energy of the very, very soft, tender person at the very, very core. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm going to read from the book here. It's all right. Give me a second. I have to flip pages in the middle here. It says, okay. So for all the Cancerians out there, you picked this card. The Moonlight Angel depicted on this card is here to reflect back to you the repressed emotions you have stored inside of you. Got it? Oh my gosh, Cancer, this is so relevant to the reading. The Moonlight Goddess is here to heal you through your dreams. But in order for this healing to take place, you must pour out your heart and express how you truly feel. It shouldn't be too hard for you, Cancer. You know, getting the emotions to flow, it's your natural thing, but we're taking it to the next level here, okay? So please take advantage of anyone and everyone who is there for you, nurturing you, and allow yourself to be a completely gushing, goopy, blubbering mess if you have to. In order for the healing to take place, you must pour out your heart and express how you truly feel. Okay? Do this for yourself and for others. Okay? You and others. Okay? Remember, all that you repress not only affects you, it also affects those around you, especially those you love the most. Oh my gosh. It is safe to acknowledge your feelings. It is all right to cry. Just surrender and let it all go. It doesn't matter whether you're like a 6'2" macho male bodybuilder in one of the gyms down the street from me over here in Venice, California, or whether you're a super hypersensitive caregiver as a woman. It doesn't matter. It's all right. Just surrender and let it go. You are surrounded by love and the healing energies of the goddess, the moonlight goddess. That's you. Okay? It's time to see yourself in the mirror, Cancer, and how delicious you are. Okay? You are eternally loved and eternally protected. You are guided and you are protected. Okay? In the coming month, you will reflect on the past, which is again very natural for Cancerians. And you will give thanks and let go of all the old hurts and disappointments. You can cry it out if you have to. Only the loving memories you will keep inside your heart. Then, once the chambers of your heart are yet full again of light, a new season begins. That's probably around the Scorpio new moon at the end of the month. A new season begins, and a new journey, a new joy, a new passion. Okay? That's over this. Don't be scared of all this. Don't be scared of your own evolution, your growth, your advancement, your adaptation to become the newer, better Cancerian, okay? See the Two of Wands over here? It's the same thing. It's like you're being squeezed through a toothpaste tube to come out the other side, and yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but it gives you a chance to start this new life again. Okay, I'll say it again. Once the chambers of your heart are yet again full of light, a new season begins. I think that's the Scorpio new moon. A new journey, a new joy, a new passion. A new journey, new joy, new passion. Okay? It's all coming at you. Basically everything that's happening here, everything is exactly as it should be. Okay? No matter how stressful in the body or the emotions, okay? So I'm going to put this aside over here. That is your reading, dear Cancerians, and I'm going to check out in just a moment. Okay, hold on. I saw that note there about I am guided, I am protected. So guess what? I'm actually going to play that right now, and that's going to be my segue to get out of the reading, and then we're going to shut it down a little bit later. Okay, so just if you want to hang out, you can. The reading's basically over, but you're welcome to chat. I'm going to play the song I Am Guided, I Am Protected, in order that we can all learn how better and better to love thyself. Got it? Give me a second. It will only take a moment. I am guided. There, it sounds like this. I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. When the light of hope it fades, when all faith is blown away, when all sense
of trust goes down, when a smile turns into frown, when it feels there's no relief, nothing in which to believe, desperate in woe and grief, angels come reminding me, I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected. Angels gather close to me, show me what I cannot see. Angels take me by the hand, lift me when I cannot stand. Angels lead me through the dark, soothe and tend a broken heart, laughing at the circumstance, crying while we sing and dance. I am guided, I am protected, 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 I am guided, I am protected.
All right, I'm going to leave it at that, everybody. You take good care, Cancerians. Love thyself, okay? Love thyself. Love thyself. We're going to move on now. Take care. Bye-bye.